यार ये क्या कर रहा है और इसको इतने व्यूज है और इसके इतने look at my content, like I put brain effort, like I skit it properly, timeline everything, और मेरा 2000 पे इसका 2 लाख पहुंच गया. But what?
Tip to these guys who ever like don't care about the numbers, don't chase numbers.
Women always attack me also. It's really sad, but like, oh, just because you're thin, you think you can just be sexy on Instagram. It's not that every day I'm happy and I'm like, oh, but I do it as a job now.
Hi, this is me, Zerxes. We are here on Loud Lounge on GGTV. With me is WIlly and we've got Erika Packard. So, welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you for having me.
Some tips
Yeah.
on how to start up on YouTube.
So every day I get a lot of DMs and a lot of people come to my streams and tell me one thing that, so they call me WIlly. My YouTube name is WIlly. It's short for my surname Williams. So they tell me one thing that, I just please help me, support me. I want to make a YouTube channel. And I ask them why. Tell me why. I should have a reason to help you, right?
Yeah.
And their reasons usually, I want to be famous. I want to make money. See, making money is not a bad goal that you set for yourself. Chase money, but don't make it your only thing, right? So they all just want to get famous. Like, bhai, main bhi chahta hu log mere sath aake photo khiche. I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you ask any streamer who started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they never did it because they wanted to be famous.
That wasn't the end goal.
Yeah, that was not why they started it. They did it because they loved doing it. I started because I love streaming. I love talking to new people, getting to know people. I'm a very social guy. So I used to love doing that. And initially, when I was getting those numbers, I was a little overwhelmed and I felt like, wow, this is great. But then once the hate starts coming in, I myself stopped for a month.
What do you say?
Because I got a lot of hate. Because usually there are a lot of competitive players who play the game for 12, 16 hours a day.
Right.
And I'm out here just playing for 2 hours a day. And I'm getting more numbers than them.
Right.
But they don't realize that that's because I'm being myself.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to be someone else, try to be someone they're not. Like if they're nice, sweet people, they try to be this very aggressive
and
Put
abusive.
on a
and
personality
Yeah.
to be intimidating.
Trollish.
Maybe.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Even when I get hate comments, I don't react that much. I got one big controversy that happened. So right now my most viewed videos, I think around 4 lakh views. So once what happened was I got this guy who used to come every day for 2 weeks straight, right? And he used to say something to my dad, to my mom.
Oh my God.
And every single day I just ignored that guy. So someone said, WIlly bhai, can I play with you? I said, sure, we can play sometime. And this guy, this hater who was hating on since 2 weeks, he was just like, "Arey, isne donation diya, tum aise kaise reply kar sakte? Tumhari auqat kya hai?" So I said something like, my sneakers worth more than your whole salary, something like that. And that got 6.7 lakh views in 3 days.
Wow.
And then I just got a lot of hate and, like, we made this guy, we support this guy's here because of us, and he's saying that. So I just stopped for a month. And then I was like, if I stop, people who are not professional gamers just want to do this for the entertaining part of it. Like me, I'm a content creator.
Right.
So who just want to stream casually, have a great time, they'll stop doing it.
Sure.
So I was like, might as well just get on with
Face
it.
it.
And, set an example for others that you don't give up.
Right.
People think it's very easy, it's overnight, but it's not. It's a process, and we face a lot of this. People see the good side, but there's a lot of bad sides as well. But we avoid that because of the good things. If there are 10 negative comments, there are 1,000 positive comments.
Correct.
But it's just, we always see the 10 negative things. So just avoid it. That's my tip to these guys who ever, like, don't care about the numbers, don't chase numbers. Just do what you like. Put out your best content, give your best effort out there. It's okay if you have 2 people watching you or 5 people watching you. But if you do what you do, and something will definitely
click.
Hit it off with your audience, and you'll do well in life.
And while we're on the topic of making content, and whether it be gaming or non-gaming, Erika, how has your journey been? How have you gotten to this point where you are in your life right now?
As in creating content just happened. I was obviously always in the entertainment scene. I was a model, I was traveling, I had my own shows, I had all that going on. It actually started off full on again during the pandemic when I was at home and I was like, what do I do with my time? And I've anyways studied like filmmaking, I studied comedy and stuff like that. And my favorite pastime is to people watch. So I started doing like these characters on Instagram, and I realized that people enjoy it. They like seeing things that are light, funny, relatable. And that was called content. And if you make something,
there was a double inverted air quote happening there.
So I was like, okay. And then they'd be like, we have these brands, we want you to create a skit around it. it just happened. I never thought, like, I was very ashamed, not ashamed, but I would feel when people would say you're an influencer, I'd be like, no, I'm not.
That word.
Yeah, no, and I would be like, no, I'm not, because I used to look at it like I've achieved so much more. Like, I'm not an influencer. Like, but that word works with me now, and I embrace it fully. And I totally enjoy being a content creator or an influencer or an entertainer. And I like to make people laugh, make them feel light. As you said, Burger Bay. I eat live also on, you've seen, I eat live, and I love cooking. I make the best burgers, just FYI. I was called Burger Bay, he's right. I used to travel the world and eat burgers. That's how my Instagram went. Yeah, so everything I love, as he said, is what I put out there. I don't try and be something else. I love food, it's out there. I love a cocktail, it's out there. This is how you make it. I love comedy, it's out there. And yeah.
You also said that you receive hate on Instagram. What's your hate about?
Like
everything that you said sounds so nice and happy and like, okay, I like burgers, cocktails and everything.
So hate comes from, I feel hate comes from people who are not happy in the space that they are, and at some point they want to, I might frame it wrong, but want to be where you are, or how you are experiencing this kind of fun or feeling your mood. And it's not that every day I'm happy and I'm like, oh, but I do it as a job now. So my hate comments a lot, it's crazy, because I recently received one, like, because I had COVID some time back, and I put out a video where I was dancing on a reel, but I was showing, you know, what the effects were and how I suffered, and I'm back. So everyone, तो इसमें नाचने की क्या बात है? नंगा क्यों नाच रही हो? ये tube top पहन के नाचने की है? You know, like all these rubbish things. And women always attack me also. It's really sad, but like, oh, just because you're thin, you think you can just be sexy on Instagram. And I'm all for women of all shapes and sizes. Like, I'm all that kind of girl. So I think people misinterpret what you're trying to put out there as a personal attack. And I feel
they make it a personal attack.
They make it a personal attack, but it's not. And the best way to deal with it is, as you said, you spoke back. I used to do that a lot. Block. मतलब response आएगा ही नहीं उसका. मतलब तू जो भी बोल अभी आने वाला नहीं है, मैंने बोल दिया. I wrote to a guy on Instagram who said about why you dancing. I said, Uncle G, with a heart. I think you got the wrong idea about this. I'm aware that you can get COVID after being vaccinated, but my information is just that it's still out there. Be careful. Heart. He liked. Uncle G ने like कर दिया उसको. I said, चलो message तो.
Uncle G को आपसे reply मिल गया.
Reply. जो भी ना, at least it's not a negative vibe. So I realized these hate comments are either about my body or about random trash talk. Like, you know how men talk on the internet. Come on, like just dirty shit. But I block them. It's very disturbing. You know, because our families follow us also, man. Like, your mother doesn't want to
go through comments and
being like, what? And I've been a model. I still model, and the clothes I wear are sometimes like out there. But if you see it differently, that's not my issue.
Thing
that's your perception
of
me. Yeah, I'm just living and being happy.
Being happy.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of it also comes from insecurities. Like, they want to be you.
That's what I said.
But they can't be you.
And some of them have tried to be like you.
100%. I feel like personality is something that is just you. You just have to embrace whoever the hell you are.
Exactly.
And you will shine, because that's your power, to shine who you are.
A lot of people also try to put out better content than you because they want to take it upon themselves that I'm better than this person. And that's when they actually start suffering, because you do content that suits you and your personality, not to be better than that person. So,
but I've done trash talk within my friend circle also sometimes, where I'm like, यार ये क्या कर रहा है और इसको इतने views है और इसके इतने मैं इतना
all guilty
you
of
know
this.
so, and I'll be like, but look at my content, like I put brain effort, like I skit it properly, timeline, everything, और मेरा 2000 पे इसका 2 लाख पहुंच गया. But what? So I guess it's also just, you can't control. They say, I don't believe honestly in algorithm and timing, and I just feel like if it hits, as you said, it hits. And then you just work with it.
I mean, just do things that are in your control. Don't think about what's not in your hands.
Yeah.
Did you like that? Did you have fun? Well, if you did, then let us know in the comments below, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, just so that you can be notified every time a new fun video goes up on GGTV.